Hello everyone and welcome to Movie Review UK. My name is MJ and today we're going to be talking about Split with spoilers. This is the spoiler version of the review. If you do not want spoilers, then back away now. This is not the video for you. Go and check out my review of Split, which is a non-spoiler version. But for all those people who want to hear the spoilers, what is one final spoiler warning. So, Split absolutely blew my mind incredibly at that scene. If you've seen the movie, you know what scene I'm talking about. If you haven't seen the movie, I will tell you what the scene is now. But I would implore you to go and see the film if you haven't seen it. I would particularly say if you have seen M. Night Shyamalan's other films and really love them. If some of M. Night Shyamalan's films are in your favourite films of all time, I would actually tell you to stop watching this video, come back after you've seen Split. Okay, that was the proper final warning. Okay, so basically before I go into the details, I'll just say for people who haven't seen it and who just like watching spoiler videos, Split is a really interesting high concept idea for a film. It looks around people with DID, dissociative identity disorder, but it takes that to another level because what this movie suggests is that these people with multiple personalities are able to compartmentalize those personalities, but also change them, and they change in a physical way. Be that physical strength, be that the ability to see if you were blind before. Different personalities could develop and cure blindness. High cholesterol was one of the ones that was mentioned. So it was saying that different personalities the body could evolve them to have different physical traits, which is, I think, an incredible idea. And in fact, in Split, this culminates in one of, or the final personality of the main character, played by James McAvoy, being a character known as the Beast, who is a muscular, very strong individual with actual super strength. And it's going to sound weird, but also the ability to climb walls. The way that they explain it in the film is very scientifical. And because the movie is very much deep-seated, I don't know what the phrase is, in reality, it feels very normal and it doesn't feel out of whack. They're saying that using they could grab onto things that even have a slightly rough surface because of the friction. It was explained much better than that. Anyway, so it's this huge idea, almost evocative of a super hero or super villain. That brings us on to the final scene in the film. Now in my review, if you've seen my review, you will saw that I was hovering kind of between an 8 and a 9, and in the end I gave the film a 10. The reason I gave the film a 10 is because in the final scene of the movie, we are in a diner and we are watching the TV as they are reporting on this guy with DID who has gone missing. And the stories around him about how he was calling himself the Horde because he's got 24 different personalities in one, and they are now all fighting for the limelight in amongst this character, the Beast, as well. So this is very much like a supervillain type character, and it pans round to one of the diners, and the diner says, well, they've called him the Horde. This is like that guy that they locked up ages ago in the wheelchair. What was his name? And then she sits back and the camera reveals Bruce Willis and he says, Mr. Glass. And this is when we find out that Split is a spin-off from Unbreakable. Or to word it another way, that is simply set in the same universe as Unbreakable. Unbreakable is one of my favourite films of all time. It's in my top 5 favourite movies of all time. And so this completely blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind. It might even be my biggest reaction ever at a movie. I welled up and I went like this. I went, I think I physically gasped. Completely blew my mind. I wasn't expecting it at all. Completely wasn't expecting it. And that's why, you know, this thing that happened, I'm so thankful that I didn't look into Split too much. because after I got out of the film I googled it and I found some absolutely appalling article titles that basically say it is a spin-off to Unbreakable, and titles like M. Night Shyamalan's Split is actually an Unbreakable sequel. You know, who wants to hear that shit before the film's out, months before the film is out? So I'm really glad I avoided them, because the actual moment of that reveal in the film is a moment that I will remember forever. Absolutely remarkable. Is this the start of an M. Night superhero cinematic universe of sorts? Mental, who knows? But absolutely incredible movie. Even if you haven't seen it, I'd definitely recommend to go see it. I think as I say, it was an 8 or 9 out of 10 movie up until that point. And if you've not even seen Unbreakable, that final scene will not really even mean much to you. But it doesn't mean that it's not still a tremendous film, so it still works on its own. But the fact that it is not only a brilliant film, but also set in that universe, means that it just... it kind of changed the whole film for me in some ways. Absolutely incredible, guys. Thank you very much for watching this spoiler video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're new around here, do subscribe to the channel for more videos, and keep it real. Take it easy. Bye.